Hey everyone, it's me, the e-bike cowboy, and for today's video we're going to be doing a review on the Talaria XXX. So, let's get to it. So here's a quick view of the specs of this bike. The Talaria X3 comes with a 60-volt 40-amp-hour battery inside in its frame. It comes with 17-inch street tires, but I've changed the rear tire on this to a Shinko 244 and a 19-inch MX33 in the front. It has a shock, and it also has the same motor as the Sting R. A headlight with a daylight, low, and high beam function. It also has a rear brake light. It also has this security system where you click the button and then you use your little keychain card thing, which unlocks the bike and you're ready to go. It also has a really long, narrow seat, and despite it being more narrow, it's actually really comfortable, more comfortable than a stock seat on a Sur-Ron. And it also has a plug here that will allow you to charge your bike with the battery still inside it. Okay, now let's get into pros and cons of this bike. This bike is $3,250 on Luda's Cycles versus $4,500 for a Sur-Ron and a Sting R, and I'd have to say the build quality is just as good as those bikes for less. I was impressed that this bike had so much good parts for considering its price, such as a 60-volt 40-amp-hour battery, 220mm brakes, and I also really love how these grips feel. They have a very good quality feel, unlike grips you can get with a Sur-Ron, which feel very chintzy and just cheap in general. And like I mentioned in the specs, this runs the same motor as the Sting R, and the Sting R had made such a big deal that it was faster than a stock Sur-Ron. And now this too is faster than a stock Sur-Ron. I've gotten 46 miles per hour on this, and that's way faster than I had on my Sur-Ron, and that's pretty cool too, that it's just faster than Sur-Ron for cheaper. With the way the bike is designed, removing the battery is no easy feat, and it's not as fluid as removing the battery from a Sur-Ron or a Sting. Due to how you have to remove the battery, the XXX doesn't utilize a suspension linkage like a Sur-Ron or a Sting R, and I find that it doesn't handle rougher terrain or jumps as well as those bikes do. You can change your pegs and stuff like that, but there's not as much aftermarket parts for this as there is with Sur-Ron. They don't make any 72-volt batteries for this, and with the way the battery system is designed, with it being inside the frame, it may have to take a while to try to figure out how to make it work. Now, since owning this, I've had a whole lot of fun riding this. I've been riding this more often than my Sur-Ron the last couple months. This bike, it works really good on the street. Well, it was kind of designed to the street, and that's cool that you can have street tires on something. I ditched mine though, however. And it does pretty good on the dirt. To me, it doesn't feel like it handles like really rough terrain or jumps very well due to the suspension. But if you just want a quick go around the dirt trail or whatever, it can handle it, and you can ride around town on this and it would be super fun. The 60-volt 40-amp is just enough battery. It has enough power. The way it is, it feels great. There are some cons to this bike, but I believe the pros outweigh the cons. If you are someone who doesn't care about upgrading your bike or increasing your 72-volt batteries, controllers, any of that, and you just want a bike just to ride without leaving a huge hole in your wallet, then this bike would be perfect for you. Well, that was the review of the Talaria XXX. If you enjoyed this video, why not consider giving it a thumbs up? If you've been enjoying my content, why not consider subscribing? And I'll see you next time, my amigos.